So, I remember watching this movie as a kid. I remember thinking it was a really, really good movie. But does it still hold up since 1997? Does Wild America still hold up after all these years? Well, this is my classic review. This is mine and Knight's classic review of the 1997 classic film Wild America. Enjoy. What's going on, you guys? I'm as always Mr. Grimreaper from 2 with Dark Knight 987, and today we are going to be reviewing the 1997 classic film Wild America. Now, this film was directed by William Deere. This film stars Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Devon Sawa, Scott Barstow, Francis Fisher, and Jamie Sheridan. Um, and a couple of other people are in this movie as well too. Um, Now, if you guys don't know what Wild America is, Wild America was a 1997 film based it on the life of the Stoffer brothers, Marty, Marshall, and Mark. And this would later become, this would later, uh, this would later, you know, this would later on be a wildlife uh, show that the Stuffer brothers would have later on. So, uh, so in the movie, so we're gonna get to the plot. So we're gonna talk about the plot. He has not seen it yet, which I'm pleasantly surprised because this movie is good. But we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it anyway. Um, and I'm gonna talk to him about this movie as best as I can. As best as I can. Um, so yeah. So here we go. In the summer of 1967, Marshall Stuffer is chased by his two older brothers, Mark and Marty. The brothers love using Marshall to film him in stunts, which he dislikes. I would dislike that shit too if I was a younger brother. Um, Occasionally, Marty and Mark will show footage of their antics in their garage to all their friends. Marshall repeatedly and secretly gets revenge on his brother's pranks against him by pulling diminutive, malicious stunts, like cleaning the toilet with his brother's toothbrushes and filling their canteens with downstream river water that they were at that current time urinating in.
Oh my
Mark and Marty have a dream of filming dangerous animals around the country, and the dream starts when they find a rare special camera in a shop where they have their films developed. Much against their father Marty Sr.'s recommendation, their mother Agnes loans them the money she was saving up and they begin planning their trip. Their father is against this idea. See, we'll talk about the father because I kind of thought that he was a bit of an asshole in this
god.
movie.
We'll
Yeah.
get to that.
The three brothers start camping. Um, First, they miss a shot at catching an eagle, then go to film some alligators and start by seeing a man who was attacked by an alligator as they go into a swamp on a boat. Mark throws some bait, but it lands in the trees. Trying to retrieve it, his clothes get stuck in a branch underwater, and he starts to drown. Marshall and Marty drive the boat in attempts to save him, but crashes into another branch, which sends Marshall flying into the water. Marshall gets a knife from Marty and cuts Mark loose, but Marshall is now dealing with a bigger problem. He and the alligator are face to face.
Oh damn it.
Marshall is able to get back on the boat in time. When they get back to the hut, the alligator man, Strango, tells them about how back when he served in the Korean War, he befriended a fellow soldier named Phil. Strango and Phil would exchange stories about their wilderness adventures. Strango would talk about hunting alligators, and Phil would tall tales about bears. This rouses Marty's attention, and he asks about it. Strango states that Phil was talking about a cave full of hundreds of bears somewhere out west. They drive northwest until they reach Devil's Playground in Colorado, the last home of the wild American wolf. Devil's Playground is located on government protected land. They catch footage of a wolf creeping up on a doe. Then, as the wolf is about to ambush the doe, there is a series of explosions. The brothers look up and see two F-4 Phantoms flying overhead. The pods see the brothers and turn around, firing missiles at them, eventually hitting a giant boulder, knocking the three down. As they get up, a herd of wild horses comes thundering towards them. They get in the truck just in time to film it. When the horses pass, Marshall sees an owl that looks a lot like his owl, Leona. The three follow it and discover a cave. On the wall of the cave is an ancient Indian drawing of a cave filled with bear-shaped figures. Marty and Mark draw it on Marshall's chest and show it to an old Indian woman. The woman tells them that it's located near Arapaho Peak. Yeah, and Montana. After a strange man, played by Danny Glover, saves Marshall after going down the stream, he tells the brothers about the cave where it is too. During the journey, they meet a woman whose husband was killed by bears. When returning to their van, they discovered they've been robbed, but they still got the film. Mark breaks his leg after getting into a fight with Marty. Despite his injury, they continue finding the bear cave. They discovered it and began filming while the bears are asleep. Oh, no. But the bears wake up. Luckily, the brothers sing a song that puts them to sleep. However, the bears wake up after some bat guano, bat shit, lands on one of their lamps, and they manage to escape. Not before grabbing the camera. Upon returning home, Marshall learns his dad never flew the plane, and things start going downhill when the brother's father gets injured and is in the hospital, causing the boys and their mother to do the work now. The next day, Marshall flies the plane, but Leon, played by Tracy Walter, jumps in while flying it. After flying it, his father ends up being impressed for learning how to fly it. They display their film at the school gym and everyone claps. But when their adversarial affiliate, DC, makes a rude comment, their dad begins to applaud. Having the crowd cheer and clap, DC, who has always been a devil's advocate from the beginning, becomes the only one who wants his money back, which he gets from Marty Sr. We'll talk about that asshole DC too in a minute. But everyone else comments on all of the brothers with compliments. Marshall and his dad smile at each other, thus ending the 1997 classic film Wild America. So, if you guys don't know who DC is, well, let me tell you who DC is. Zach Ward. Now, Zach Ward, of course, you know, he was one of the little asshole from the film A Christmas Story. And he was also the brother he was also the dead brother of the psycho guy in Freddy versus Jason. So
Uh,
yeah,
right.
you might have
You're right.
yeah,
You're right. Little set there, folks.
yeah. That's just a little history lesson.
There you go.
Um, but let's see here. So yeah, Wild America. Let's talk about that. Wild America. I love this movie so much. I love how the aspect of wildlife. I love the aspect of going out in the wild and trying to find and and these animals that these dangerous animals. These three brothers going on this wild journey to find these animals. And I love the story, and I love the story behind this, and I love how these brothers, even though they don't like each other, they're still brothers. They're still there for each other. You know what I mean? And I think that even though they kind of sort of hate each other, they hate each other sometimes. You know, they get on each other's nerves. The little brother always has something up his sleeves. Every time his two brothers act like assholes with him. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of my relationship with my brother Cameron or his brother Frank. You know what I mean? How big brothers, how brothers, you know how brothers are. They love to act like assholes with one another, and
Definitely.
but they're still brothers nonetheless.
For no one. Exactly. It's something we call sibling rivalry.
Yeah. So I want to ask you something. What did you think of the brotherly? What did you think of the sibling rivalry between the brothers? And also, what did you think of their journey through? They went through hell in this movie. But what did you
Basically,
think
yeah.
of their? Yeah, basically. But what did you think of their journey into becoming one of the most legendary shows in the history of this so-called great country that we live in? Um, so what did you think about the movie, man?
Well, just by reading the plot here, it's like I'm watching the film. I mean, and I, first of all, of course, coming from experience, me and Graham, we have older brothers, and we know what it's like to be, you know, sibling rivalry. Like I said before, we have our differences, but we are brothers nonetheless. At the end of the day, we're family. That's what it's about. But these brothers here, I mean, I can see, yeah, the sibling rivalry, of course. But then they had this dream about filming dangerous animals around the country, and they actually started doing this. And having, three brothers going across the country filming all these animals, that's something. I mean, and not a lot of brothers have that same passion as these three did in this film. Going
Yeah.
on this long adventure, almost getting killed. Talk about Lady Luck being on their side though, almost getting killed. One almost drowned, almost getting eaten by bears. I mean, think about it. Having these three brothers just going through hell, as Graham put it, going through hell, and to be still be, I mean, three brothers just doing having each other's back, saving each other, even though they had that similar rivalry in the beginning, they still
Mm-hmm.
help each other survive. And I just think that it was just an amazing. Now I would like to actually watch this now for myself. Actually sit down and watch it sometime, see for myself. But again, just by reading this, to set each other's backs, even though they had the rivalry, still having each other's back, surviving it, getting back home. And I just think, like you said, just by reading it, this movie is good, and it is good. Like Grim said. So yeah,
Yeah. So I give this movie 10 out of 10.
yeah,
You damn right I do because the way that they put this movie, the way that the director Wim Deer puts this movie is so awesome. It's so great because these brothers are going through hell with each other. These three brothers are going through a living hell, trying to, and then not to mention this is based on a true story. And one of the brothers right here, see, I'm seeing right here that one of the brothers was a producer in this film for this film. which was Mark Stouffer. Uh, I love this film so much. This film was extremely awesome. I recommend Wild America for people that love action pack, for people that love to see wildlife in movie form. I really, 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 really think that this film was oh man, I can't describe how this movie is, from how the wildlife is perceived in the film, how they have to go through how they have to go through the elements to even get these damn animals on film. The whole uh uh and I think that this movie was so good. This movie's good. So yeah, I highly recommend it. What do you think, man?
Yeah, now that you're recommended it, like I said, like you said, I would like to watch it myself, and I am going to make a point to sit down myself and watch this film again. It just has that, things about brothers, surviving in the world, filming in all these animals, almost getting killed in the process of it, and even though they had their differences within the rivalry at the beginning of the film, but I would see it. And again, 10 out of 10, yeah, I would definitely get 10 to you. I haven't seen it yet, but I think I would agree with you, Ray. After just reading the plot, I think it deserves that rating. And but I would want to watch it myself, and then maybe I'll talk more on it at a later date. So, but yeah, I think so. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know if you guys seen Wild America. If you guys have ever seen this film, let us know in the comment section down below what y'all guys thought about Wild America. Also, let us know what let us know in the comment section down below as well what you guys think, what your brothers were like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let us know in the comment section down below what y'all guys think about the film and all that. That's gonna be it for me from uh, Dark Knight 987. I am, as always, Mr. Grimreaper 2, and we'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.